Wanted to take you on a little tour of custom built, or self-built you might say, toy hauler. What I'm calling Crawler Hauler 2.0 is it's actually the second time we've built this. We replaced the camper on it just a couple weeks ago and have been working on it pretty much non-stop after work and on weekends, getting it ready for camp and trip. As you can see, it's just a slide-in truck camper set on a long trailer with a few modifications. First off, this trailer is one that my dad had built over 30 years ago, and I did a little modification, a little sprucing up, upgraded the running gear, needed new brakes and bearings and all that stuff. We haul two side-by-sides on here and had to add on to the back. The back raiser sits, the back end of it sits on the ramp here, and then those parts that are hanging down fold up like a tailgate, and it works pretty good. Installed E-track to tie it down with. That stuff is, it took, I didn't really want to bolt stuff to this deck and make a bunch of holes in it, but it is well worth it because you can put clips in any of those slots and tie down however, wherever you need to. This set of stairs just comes off and slides underneath the camper. I'll show you here in just a minute. Have the gray and the black drains there, and then we built cabinets on either side with doors. I think they're 38 inches long, 39 inches long. So the doors fold down, and they can hold themselves up level. I've just got a piece of paracord basically holding them up. This side, we've got all the sewage stuff tucked away in the back here in the deeper part. Got your wheel chocks and your bags of leveling blocks. Little camp grill. Back there I have the batteries. I put two deep cell batteries in here, hooked in parallel, so they're just 12 volts, but twice as much run time. Got a little 12 volt power port up there. Underneath is long, kind of narrow, skinny storage for longer stuff like camp tables. This set of stairs slides underneath there. This bolt holds it in. That just slides up. Slide your stuff under there and put the bolt back in. Pretty simple. Tied it down just using turnbuckles that came with it, and hooked to those brackets are where the jacks would normally go, and they held it up just fine, so I figured they'll hold it down just fine. It is also, that platform that it's sitting on is legged down to the trailer, so it should all be pretty, hopefully it doesn't go anywhere. Outdoor shower on this side, and when we switched campers, everyone, that was the first thing they wanted to know, are you going to put an outdoor shower on this one? I said, yeah. Didn't know if I'd do it right away, but I did get it done. That little spigot right there is the freshwater drain. This side, more cabinets, the same. What I painted those with was a rubber roof coating, and you can see the bleed through. These are just cheap OSB. You know, I think I got 25 bucks in the whole thing, not counting the paint, but eventually we'll paint over when I get a chance. Probably just white, but something that'll cover that. But for now, that rubber coating should keep these pretty safe, I am hoping. Changed out all the plastic vents and where the water inlet is and where the power cord goes in, that was all yellowed and is all cracked and pretty bad shape. This side of the trailer, this is my staircase that I made a couple years ago. It works really well, just folds straight up and locks into place, so deploys in seconds. Let's take a look inside. Gotta have the fly swatter in a camper. It's mandatory. So truck campers, most of them, except for the really big 11-footers, come with a wet bath. And what that is you basically take a shower where the toilet is. You have a curtain. This one is nice because it has a curtain that goes in front of the cabinet, so you could set your clothes on the vanity, pull that curtain across, and then there's another curtain that comes across the door so you don't get all that wet. So really all you're getting wet is the floor and the toilet, which is still kind of a pain, to tell you the truth, but that's how it is. And Jackie's step stool, she can't go anywhere without that. The dinette is, I think, 70 inches long, so most normal height people could sleep here. Obviously the table comes off and these cushions lay out like most campers. Underneath, one of the biggest things I did was add solar panels to the roof. I added 200 watts of solar on the roof. I have a third 100-watt panel I have not added up there. I think I'm going to leave that and get a long cord, or 2 long cords, and when you're parked in the shade or whatever, if there's a more advantageous spot to put a solar panel, I can use that portable one. At least that's my plan for now. This up here is storage cabinet that folds down into the 4th bed, or 3rd bed, I guess. Weight limit 150 pounds, so technically I think our kids could all sleep on it. Queen size bed up front. Put a 3-inch memory foam topper on it from Walmart, which we had the same one in our old camper, and it slept amazing. I did put shelves on the foot and the head just for extra stuff, and these come with what they call a foot locker. You can't really see it, but there is storage at the head of the bed also. Installed a power plug, 2 USB ports, and a cigarette lighter. Now, for the fridge, it came with a 2-way fridge. It worked fine on 110, but when I tried it on propane, it started a fire underneath it, so that wasn't going to do us much good. And those absorption fridges in most campers, almost all campers, are fairly inefficient. I mean, they work fine on propane, especially at lower altitudes, but this is a dedicated 12-volt fridge. Just runs straight off the battery and draws less power than that double set of incandescent lights does. When you watch the watts coming in from the solar, they draw 40 watts. And okay, I guess the fridge draws a little more. It's usually about 46 watts. So, but you don't have to be as level with this type of fridge, and it doesn't run all the time. They run just like your fridge in your house. It also gave me the opportunity to put a microwave above it, a little 700 water, so it's not going to heat food super fast, but it's a microwave. This spot here, unfinished, it's going to be a pull-out pantry with shelves. Got your standard 3-burner propane stove with the oven. Kind of nice to have the oven. Once in a while you use it. Hood with a light and a fan. Air conditioner works good. That's nice to have a rooftop air. Our old one didn't have that. Did put in well, I guess it had that. That's the smoke detector, of course. And I installed a carbon monoxide detector because I've known too many people almost get killed or get killed. And I'm not sure I trust RV appliances, especially the furnace when I'm trying to sleep at night. It just makes me sleep a little easier knowing my family shouldn't die of carbon monoxide poisoning if that little detector does its job. That, I think, about does it. Just a single sink, pretty low faucet. That's probably going to get changed at some point. Did put a new fire extinguisher in. Same reasons as the other stuff. Safety first. I think that about does it for the tour of Crawler Hauler 2.0. Thanks for watching. Any comments or suggestions, please post them. I will say I'm thinking about adding a TV at some point, a 12-volt TV. Not sure just exactly where to attach it. That corner would work good for the dinette with the swing away mounting bracket, but not so great from the bed. So I'm not real sure. Maybe this corner, or maybe just one that stands on a stand and you can put it on the shelf when you're in bed, or over here on the stove when you're at the dinette. But if you have any suggestions, let me know. Anyway, I think that does it for the tour of Crawler Hauler 2.0. Thanks for watching.